All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is time for the Mixtape Show, Applied Knowledge Artist of the Week interview. And this week's interview is brought to you by MJ's Hip Hop Connects. And like we said earlier, Applied Knowledge Apparel. Just check them out on their social media. It's Applied Knowledge _. Their motto is, it's what you do with what you know, man. Dope Black-owned business that we support here in the show. And we appreciate them sponsoring this interview section. And joining us, man, on the other line, man, we got a dope artist in the game, man, doing this thing. Got a track record that's crazy. We're gonna talk about. You know what I'm saying? Fly dude, you know what I'm saying? We got the homie Nimrod in the building, man. What's good, brother? How you?
What's good, King? How you doing, baby?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. So just before we get into your story, man, I just want the audience and the listeners to know the caliber that you of a type of artist and music professional that you are, man. If you don't mind, real quick, just kind of go down your resume real quick, brother. Some of the artists that you work with in the hip hop game, man.
I done work with PMD from EPMD. I wrote his whole new album called New Business. I'm on every song. Slick Rick, Fred the Godson, Max B, my brother. He taught me how to do hip hop. You know, he taught me how to put bars together and how to write. 730 Dipset, Jim Jones. Who else? Special Ed. Diddy. I interned with Diddy for about 2 months. So, I worked with some of the greatest.
Yeah, man. So, and how did this wild ride come about, man? What made you kind of start getting into this thing? And when, was it just a love of music in general and just the business found you after that, or?
My brother AZ, God rest his soul, he was always into music and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And then it just spilled over to me. I mean, I never took it seriously. I was a basketball head, you know what I mean? So I played ball. So, after I went to jail, is when I met Max B, and, I took it a little bit more serious, and I found that I was actually pretty good at it, you know what I mean? So, after I found that I was decent at it, then, I just went aboard with it.
Yeah. And Max B, man, like I said, he hopefully will get out soon, but he very underrated cat when it comes to this as far as writing, man. The dude wrote some joints and is a real good writer at what he does. And
right.
I don't think the mainstream hip hop fans are really caught up to him yet, but I definitely know he got some bullets in the chamber when he do get out, man. So that's dope mentor to have, man. And like you said, he's part of the Dipset crew, the 730 Dipset. You know what I'm saying? That's how was that experience for you? Was that a situation where you kind of knew them before the music thing and it just kind of fell through after that?
My manager at the time, British, he manages Cam. He managed me for a little bit, and I was involved. And I was around when Max came aboard to Bird Gang, and then I was a lot of times out in Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, with them, and then after that, I got established with Freaky Label, 730 Dipset. Goldie put me on that label. So, it was a lot of branches of 730 Dipset. So, but I was part of that for a little bit. It was all right. You know what I mean? Like, nothing to write home about. I'm never going to shit on the situation. It just wasn't for me. As an artist, I wanted more and I needed more. So, I just went off and did my own thing.
Yeah. Naturally. Just natural progression, right? Just wanted to, it's a little bit more out there that you saw you can do. So that's definitely a dope situation, brother. And so you released a couple of projects under your belt and you're working on some new material as well, man. So how's it feeling, man? We in this pandemic situation where it's kind of like, we're not gonna say things slow down, but artists have to be a little bit more crafty now as far as getting their material out there and doing things, man. How's this been for you as far as an artist and doing your thing?
Only thing I missed about it is touring. To be honest with you, I got my own studios. I got 3 of them, from Jersey to Manhattan to Brooklyn. So it didn't really hinder me as far as going in the studio working. I was working with a bunch of artists, so I wasn't working on anything for me. Unfortunately, I had to get rid of those artists, so I just wanted to focus on myself.
Yeah.
At one point, like I said, I was going to retire from music. And I feel like I done did a lot, but again, it's just this one thing that doesn't sit properly with me. I just feel like it's so like when you feel like it's something you haven't done, and I feel like I haven't had that one song that was everywhere. And so that's why I just haven't retired. And of course, I just want to show people like I'm never going to stop if I don't want to stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
That,
it hasn't slowed me down and hindered me. No. Just the touring and doing the shows is a little bit of a headache.
yeah. And that, like you said, mentioned earlier, it's like, I can tell you're a competitor. So those competitive juices flow where like you were saying, man, I can't leave until these people really know what I can do and who I am, you know?
Right. Right.
So, man. So we're working with the legends like a Slick Rick and PMD and all of that kind of stuff, man. What's some of the jewels that, they kind of help instill to you that you take with you now that you can move with?
And you got to be cautious in the business of people. I always felt like that. I'm a cautious cat of people anyway. They're very leery. But just knowing the business, this music business, and again, it's a music business is 10% music, 90% business, and both of them told me that.
Yeah.
That I don't call them old school artists. I call them legends. These
Mhm.
legends have been through all the business.
Mm-hmm.
Understand me? And that's one of the big things that was taught from those gentlemen. You got to know your business. It ain't about the music no more. And that's what was said. Anybody's making music nowadays. It could be trash, and it is selling million copies. And that's because they know the business.
Yeah.
So, that's one thing that's been instilled to me, and that's why I've lasted so long, is knowing the business and don't burn a bridge that you might need to cross again.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I know as far as your resume, you've done a lot of stuff, behind the scenes as far as in front of the mic too. Has that behind the scenes stuff help you grow as a businessman in the industry? You kind of helps you take a step back from the music making and really seeing how people move and maneuver in the industry?
Definitely. Working with these, I've put out a bunch of artists. Most of them ungrateful. But when you get somebody, I'm very honest about it. They're mostly ungrateful motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But when you give a person that never had nothing, something,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a nerd. When you put a nerd around the cool kids,
Mm-hmm.
they don't know how to act.
Yeah.
That's what I have done for a lot of artists, and put them out and gave them shine off of the things I've done. So it's rough. You know what I mean? A lot of people ask me about Federal and why Federal here, my label, and I tell them Federal is for the help artists. Again, I've been in the 730 Dipset, even the PMD stuff, and for me to travel or go out of town or to do my videos or to do anything, I had to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
They had to pay for it, and they don't do that no more. Labels don't pay for something unless you got your own fan base, 1 million, 3 million plus, you're everywhere. Then they want to put money behind it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But Federal is a label that put money behind the artists now and try to build them up. It's none of that anymore.
Yeah.
So that's what I provide here. So it's good to work behind the scenes. I've learned a lot.
Yeah, and it sounds like you guys kind of have that throwback mentality of, like you said, it's an organic thing. We want to build the artists organically and have them build organically. Where that first project they'll sell a couple, we'll say 10, 12,000. Then next time around they may sell 20,000 and 30,000. You can see that natural growth, and you guys back that kind of progression, because that's what it should be all about. Is just let's build this thing organically, man. Let's forget about the Spotify numbers and all that stuff. Let's really get to the real people who listen to the music.
Right. Some of that stuff could be brought anyway, so
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't
Exactly.
Say,
Yeah, man. And you touched on something earlier that struck a nerve with me a little bit. It was like you said, helping out artists and trying to give them information that can help them out in their career. And I've been through that a few times just with the show alone, where, we make connections with certain type of people and artists, try to connect, and we link them with those people. And then after you say they get a little bit of shine or a little bit of rub, and, they act like they did you a favor, what I'm saying, on the back end. And I definitely felt you when you heard that. I was like, oh, my chest hurt, because I just went through that with somebody, and I feel your pain on that one, bro.
It's really crazy, bro. I've never, ever, again, working with Dipset or working with PMD, try to turn around and give them my ass to kiss.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
It's these new niggas that are weird.
Yeah.
And they'll never get nowhere. They'll never go any further in their face, because if you know the business, even if you two people separate on any business venture, like me and PMD, he went his way, I went my way.
Mm-hmm.
I never badmouth him. I never went up there and talked shit about him. I never did this. I never did that. Even if I felt some things were off, that's my business.
Mm-hmm.
These new people, as soon as something don't go right, they run to the Facebook, the Instagram, talk shit about somebody that's somebody. You understand me? It doesn't do you any well. Because first of all, people are like, damn, if you could talk about this person that did this, that for you, I don't want to work with you because if shit go left for me and you, look what you're going to do.
Exactly. You sound like you've been in our group meetings, bro. Because that's what we say. We say that all the time. I'm like, man, I don't care what happened. We never talk about it publicly because we don't give anybody any ammunition. We don't want nobody doing screen grabs and none of that kind of stuff. Just keep that between us. You know what I'm saying? No, man. So, what we got going on, man? What's the new material that we're working on right now?
Oh well, I got my first single out featuring Durgavelli. Shout out to Durgavelli. She's a queen of Queens. The new single that I got out called Right Now is The Works. Engineered by New Older Kid, video shot by Mark Point Blank. And now, I got my other single coming November 5th. My EP drops on November 5th. My new single is called Love in Sections, featuring Mish. She's singing on a hook. It's amazing. Again, beat done by New Older Kid. Video shot by Mark Garcia, Point Blank Entertainment. And then my EP drops on November 5th, which is my birthday.
Nice.
So, I figured that'd be dope. The EP's crazy. I got a Mello, he is Teddy Riley's nephew. He's singing on a couple of joints. I got her on a joint. And then I got Durgavelli on another joint. I got City the King on one joint and Debonair on another. So I got some artists. I wanted to work with up-and-coming artists that are making a lot of leadways and things. So that's what I have on this album. And then my next EP is dropping in February called Educated Thug Music. And that one is going to be crazy. I got Vado, I got King Flow, I got Durgavelli again. I got I'm going to have Davies on a couple joints. I'm just trying to venture out, man, and just work. I got a bunch of videos. Hopefully shows will be opening more, so we'll be doing a lot of shows, a lot of touring and everything. And I got a couple of movies that I'm doing. I'm going to be in the movie called Necessary Evil when they're talking about Supreme from Queens.
Okay.
I'll be playing Supreme. I'm also going to be in New Jack City 2. And I got a couple of joints on the soundtrack. And I'm also doing one single for the soundtrack for the Mike Tyson movie.
Okay. Staying busy, brother. Congratulations on those business ventures, man.
Thank you.
So, and moving independently, man, how's that feeling as an artist that you don't have to really go to the label to get these, okay, you can do this type of thing? How important is that for you as an independent artist?
Well, I'm signed. I'm independent. I have my own label, Federal, but I'm signed to Wu-Tang Management.
Okay.
But they let me do what I want to do. It's such a mutual respect with them. Vega the Don, shout out to Vega the Don, shout out to Jimmy King, shout out to Mook. They let me really do what I want to do because I have been in a situation. I have been in a situation with them before. I've worked with them, and I'm proving myself to them as far as create projects. I created a project with Honey De Niro. Shout out to her, called Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and we did some crazy numbers on it. So they let me really do what I want to do. They don't, I go to them and I let them know what I want to do, and they be like, all right, go ahead. Yeah,
they take the training breaks off and just let you have at it, huh?
Right. So because they know what I can do.
Yeah.
And they back me and support me with everything financially or whatever like that. If I tell them I need $5,000 for this, here you go do your thing, because I always bring it back and then some.
Yeah.
So
sounds more like a partnership than it would be being signed to a label where, you know what I'm saying, you can say you can have all those ideas and they'll say, okay, we'll think about it.
Right. Well, they've seen what I've done for Federal. They seen that I have worked a lot of artists at Federal and put out a lot of artists. I've put out 12 artists on my own by myself with my money.
Nice.
And I've made my money back and then some. So they know that if I can do that, then hey man, let him do whatever he want to do.
I hear that, brother. I hear that, man. So social media, man, what's the best way we can get a hold of you?
I tell people I'm Googleable. That's my word. I trademarked it. I'm Googleable. Google me, NYMROD. Everything I have gonna pop up. Everything I got coming gonna pop up. It's all there, baby.
There we go. And what's some of the talent we can look forward out of your crew and your label? What's some of the names we need to be on the lookout for?
Look out for King Flow. We just shot his video with Point Blank. We just shot that on Sunday. Durgavelli, she just dropped the joint too on October 2nd called Trabajo. After that, we got Stack, we got City the King, we got Mish. We got a bunch, and I just signed a singer. BC, she's amazing. I'm gonna be working with her pretty soon with Mello. So we got a lot of things coming, man. I'm gonna be picking up more artists too, man. Working with them, giving them opportunity to shine or not. It's on them, but
Exactly. You can only show them the way, right? The rest is on them.
they gotta walk the path.
There we go, bro. Well, I'll tell you what, man. I definitely, like I said, I follow you on social media. I'm gonna hit you in the inbox, and I'm gonna give you our email address and send some of them records from the crew, man. And we'll definitely spin those records here on the show too. On top of,
I'm gonna send you the whole album so you guys can have it and play how y'all want to.
Definitely, man. Definitely, man. Well, we appreciate you coming through, brother. Like I said, man, the show, this is our first time chopping it up. Definitely not the last. So whenever you got anything going on, man, just hit up MJ, hit up whoever, shoot me personally, and we'll get you booked again, man, and bring you back on. This is definitely, I say this platform is for the artists. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a curator, and this is your stage, man. So we definitely love to have more artists like yourself and anybody else that want to come through and share their story, man.
Thank you so much. A big shout out, man, to my PR. MJ, she working, man. She's every week I got 3 to 4 interviews, and she's making sure I'm everywhere. So big shout out to MJ, man. I love it.
And as a jewel, man, because like I said, a lot of artists who rock with us are independent artists who listen to the show and talk to us on the show. How important is that, man, to kind of take the reins by yourself and get with the right people to do stuff like this, do these interviews and all of that?
It was amazing. A lot of people think I could do it myself. There ain't nothing nobody can do. You can't do it by yourself. You always need somebody there. I tell people this, and I say it might be funny saying this, but you got to look at these cartoons and stuff like that. The Avengers, even though it's a cartoon and a joke, they need a team in order to win. In basketball, you need a team in order to win. So, you need a team, and everybody got to play their position. You got a guard, you got a point guard, you got a center, you got a power forward, you got a small forward. And everybody play their position in order to do one thing, and that's win.
There we go, brother. Well, we watching you, man, and we know you winning, man. And like I said, definitely come back and let us know what else you got going on. And much more continued success to you, brother, all right?
Thank you, brother. You take care, baby.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got the Nimrod calling us here on the Mixtape Show. This week's Applied Knowledge Artist of the Week. We're going to be hearing more records from him as usual, and he's going to send some records from the crew, man, and we're going to definitely keep an eye on him, man. We definitely appreciate your time, brother.
Thank you, King. Take care.
Right.
The Mixtape Show?